And we are live. What's up, guys? Welcome to Fed Reacts. Today we're going to be talking about Sean Kingston. Got arrested for fraud. Him and his mom. Got a lot to talk about, guys. Let's get into it.
I'm a special agent with Homeland Security Investigations, okay, guys? HSI.
This is what Fed Reacts covers.
Defendant Jeffrey Williams and associate YSL did commit the felony. So here's what 6ix9ine actually got. Racketeer conspiracy. This attack shifted the whole U.S. government. This guy got arrested for espionage, okay? Trading secrets with the Russian John Wayne Gacy, a.k.a. the Killer Clown, okay? One of the most prolific serial killers of all time, killed 33 people. Zodiac Killer is a pseudonym of an unidentified serial killer who operated in Northern California. All these serial killers, guys, they really get off on getting attention from the media. Many years, Jeffrey Epstein sexually exploited and abused dozens of minor girls at his home. It was OJ working together to get Nicole killed. We're gonna go over his past, the gang ties, so that this all makes sense.
And we are live. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the show. Welcome to Fed Reacts, man. Today we're going to be talking about Sean Kingston. Give me ones in the chat if the audio is good, guys. We should be good. I think I handled everything beforehand so that we don't have any headaches. Sorry for the delay. I literally just woke up.
Like always.
We've been streaming a lot. I gave y'all an Overwatch stream the other day for like 3 or 4 hours, like right after the gym. So I think we're good. Okay. Good. Audio's good on my end. All right, cool. Angie, you want to say what's up to the people real fast?
Hi, people. What's up? We're back here. We're covering Sean Kingston. I made a question box on Instagram to ask for your cases, and literally the most of you gave me like different cases. So Myron just saw this. I actually sent you this on Instagram like yesterday, I think it was.
Okay.
When it came out, the news, because I knew you would be interested about this. I don't know who I was talking about Sean Kingston like a few days ago, but it's crazy that they got him with this. It's insane. Yeah, it's just crazy. But yeah, we'll see it.
Yeah, but when you do more digging into it, it's like you almost kind of be like, oh, okay, I guess this was going to happen. And we're going to talk about
makes sense.
that a little
because
bit.
When was the last time you heard like a song from Sean Kingston?
Oh, it's been a very long time.
Yeah.
I think unless you're like a fan, you're really not going to be aware. I'm familiar with his The Beautiful Girls.
Yeah, but that's from
that's
2007.
Yeah, it's a very long time ago. But other than that, I don't know. I think Mo's in the chat here. Mo mentioned, was it Mo or maybe Bill's, that he still makes music and is still somewhat relevant today in the Caribbean community. But as far as like, you know, being a mainstream artist, I don't think that's a thing anymore. You know, you guys said volume. You guys, what? You said I'm low or something? I'm turning up the volume right now. You guys should be able to hear me fine. I have the volume up pretty high. Give me ones in the chat if it's good now. I'm going to turn Angie up as well. Give me ones in the chat if the audio is good now. 2 if it's too low. 1 if it's good. 2 if it's too low. But it should be good now, guys. I just literally turned it up and I brought my mic a little bit closer to me. Sorry, Angie, you were saying something?
That is funny that we had a girl on the pod a few days ago that she said she was cussing with him. Remember?
Yes.
She said she's been to a Diddy party or something because she was cussing with Sean Kingston.
Yeah. She was mad because she went to a Chris Brown party.
Uh-huh.
That's what it was. She went to a Chris Brown party with Sean Kingston, and they were like they didn't want to let her in, or they told her to leave or some shit like that because she didn't want to do nothing. And then they took her phone from her.
Oh, okay.
That's what it was. They took her phone from her. She didn't like that.
Yeah, Chris
Brown
is known for that.
Taking phones. That's what it was. Yes, guys. Thank you for reminding me, Angie. Yes, that's what it was. Yeah, girl came on our show. This older chick, I remember. She's a musician. She was very hard-headed. And I recall that she went to a Chris Brown party, but the thing is that she went to the Chris Brown party with Sean Kingston because she knows him and his people. And she was pissed off. Yeah, she was pissed off that they took her phone. That's what it was. Yeah. Yes, I recall now. But yeah, let me see here. We got 2 chats. It goes, Carter says, yo, Myron, when you guys play the talk to speech, have a soundbite to notify everyone to shut up. Might I suggest again from when you punish the Punisher Cup, it'd be hilarious. Okay. And then Myron said, not Myron, it says Carter again. Yep. Okay, Carter says, hey, Myron, did you see what happened with Adam 22 canceling shows at No Jumper? I like when you guys diversify, but I truly think that the catching pedo stream or to catch a cheater streams, if y'all try that, is really going to be y'all's next big things.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
To Catch a Cheater actually probably wouldn't be that bad.
No, that's a show actually.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That's a real show. My mom told me because when I was talking to them about these catching people things, they were like, "Oh, so it's like catching a cheater," because we used to watch that show back in the day.
Okay.
So it's very similar.
Okay. Yeah, that might be something we could do. I know we're going to do the second season with Vitaly sometime in mid-June, guys, for the
That's cool.
For the pedo thing. Of course, Andrew Schultz and his loser squad, Peanut Gallery, had something to say negative about it, of course, because they don't add any value to YouTube besides making really bad jokes and virtue signaling when it's beneficial for them. But, haters going to hate. I actually got off the phone with the police. I'm going to be coordinating with them, I think, on Tuesday this week. And we're going to come up with a refined system so that anytime we do this stuff in Miami, we'll be able to go ahead and, secure prosecution. And I think that's a part of the reason why Vitaly and Aiden and them brought me on was to kind of bring my experience from before to try to get these guys, put away. Because obviously, it's a delicate balance between entertaining the audience on a stream while simultaneously trying to develop and cultivate evidence for a criminal prosecution. They're two different things, so we got to have a balance between the two. The prosecutor's office wasn't too happy about the alligator that we brought out on one of the guys. Yeah, they weren't happy about that.
Okay.
So, so we got to come up with ways to do it. But I mean, like I said before, we'll figure out stuff. I mean, the guy did definitely, for all the idiots that say that stuff is fake, he appeared in court, guys, right here in Miami-Dade County, right? He was there. So, how you going to say, oh, so now the court system's fake too? Like we paid them off? Like, it's crazy how people just, have their conspiracy theories and everything is fake and blah, blah, blah. But let's see here. What else?
But you can look him up, right?
Yeah. You can look him up in the Dade lockup. Babu 1006 goes, yo, Myron, been watching both your FedReacts and FNF biz, wondering where your reaction to Numek is. I remember being on YouTube, but can't find it no more. Yes, it's on Rumble, guys. It's on Rumble. It's not on YouTube anymore. For obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Men Hance goes, great show with Stu, both of them great guests. Moberg is really funny in the Cast Club chats. Hola, Angie, take care of Myron Woman, okay? And then Rolling Stone says, Fool was supposed to perform at Atomic Golf in Vegas last night, only seeing Soulja Boy's dumbass there. Okay. So he had a performance.
Show,
okay, that makes sense. I was surprised that he still gets booked, guys. But I guess he's still very popular, I guess.
Who he playing? Just beautiful girls and
well, I mean, his music is clean.
Yeah,
his music is clean, so I can see why he would still be getting booked. Because that was one thing about Sean Kingston. I never really saw him make music that was ratchet or controversial. It's always been fairly clean. So, Anyway, all right. So, anything else in the chats before we get into this thing? I think we're good, right?
I think we just got a new shot.
Oh, another one? Okay, last one here. Jerome says, Myron and Sneeko inspired me to add the R word and F word back to my daily vocabulary. Thank you, big bro. People sell their soul and get the ability to say what they want to say. Yeah, bro, you know how that is. Speaking of saying what you want to say, guys, we're going to have a very important Fresh Fit tomorrow, probably around 7 or 7:30. Got some announcements to make, so make sure to tune in tomorrow. It's going to be very, very important, guys. So want to see you there. Cool. So let's go. Hey, FedReacts time. Sean Kingston catching L's. Yeah, he is, bro.
Oh, well, they're saying that Sean Kingston is huge in the Caribbean.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure he is. Yeah, Mo had mentioned it to me before. All right, cool. So let's get into it, guys. To the topic at hand. This won't be a long show. It'll be a little bit shorter than normal. Let's see here. So here we go. Here he is. Sean Kingston, for those of you that aren't aware, right? Because not everyone listens to Caribbean music.
He was born a day after you.
Yeah, 2 days after me, yeah.
2 days.
Yeah, because everyone thinks my birthday's September, so 1987, which is hilarious. There's so much bullshit about me on Wikipedia. Kashawn Paul Anderson, born February 3rd, 1990, known professionally as Sean Kingston, is a Jamaican-American singer and rapper. He signed with American record producer J.R. Rotem's label, Beluga Heights Records, to release his 2007 debut single, Beautiful Girls, which peaked atop the Billboard 100, preceded by the song and its top 20 follow-up single, Eeny Meeny, with Justin Bieber. His eponymous debut studio album, 2007, peaked at number 6 on the Billboard 200 and spawned the top 40 single, Take You There. His second album, Tomorrow 2009, was supported by the top 5 single Fire Burning and met with moderate commercial response, while his third, Back to Life 2013, failed to chart and served as his final major label release. So, guys, this guy hasn't had a studio album in 11 years, pretty much, which, you know, obviously from the mainstream perspective, not really relevant, but I guess if you listen to Caribbean music, he still is. And then we got Rolling Stone says, can you cover the DuPont company scandal, chemical waste dumping? I guess we can. Angie, can you put that on the list?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's come up. But here's an article here, guys. It says here, rapper Sean Kingston arrested in California after SWAT raids his Florida home charged with fraud. Okay? And this hit the news a couple days ago. As you guys know, on Fed Reacts, we try to cover things that are contemporary as well as old historical cases. So Fort Lauderdale, Florida, rapper Sean Kingston was arrested in California on fraud charges Thursday, several hours after SWAT team raided his rented South Florida mansion and carted away a van load of items. Okay. The Broward County Sheriff's Office said Kingston was arrested without incident on a Florida warrant in the area of Fort Irwin, an Army base in the desert of about 150 miles northeast of Los Angeles. Earlier today, Broward detectives arrested his 61-year-old mother, Janice Turner, during the raid of the rapper's 14,000 square foot, 1,300 square foot meter home in Southwest Ranches, a well-off Fort Lauderdale suburb that is a home to many celebrities and professional athletes, including Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Miami Dolphins star Tyreek Hill.
Oh, I didn't know he had a house here.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. Broward County prosecutors referred to all questions to the sheriff's office, which has declined to release specific details about charges, citing an ongoing investigation. After the raid, reporters outside the home could see authorities filling a loading van with goods. The mansion was surrounded by expensive sports cars. People love negative energy, Kingston had posted on his Instagram earlier Thursday. I am good, and so is my mother. My lawyers are handling everything as we speak. The post was later taken down for obvious reasons. Robert Rosenblatt, we already know what that means, an attorney representing the rapper and his mother, said, we are aware of some of the allegations being made against the two. We look forward to addressing these in court and are confident of a successful resolution for Sean and his mother, Rosenblatt said in an email. Florida Department of Corrections show Kingston is currently on 2 years probation for trafficking stolen property. Further information on that conviction could not be found. He will be held in California pending extradition to Florida. According to federal court records, his mother pleaded guilty in 2006 back in 2006 to bank fraud for stealing over $160,000 and served nearly a year and a half in prison. She was being held at the Broward jail Thursday night on $160,000 bond. Now, you guys are probably wondering, well, who's Sean Kingston's mom? Here she is right here, bro. Looking kind of crazy. God. I ain't gonna lie. She's bald as hell, man. She's looking wild. Holy, she looks like Mo. Oh, man. I ain't gonna lie. This is a bad hair day right here, man. This is wild. But you guys can see here, first charge, organized scheme to defraud over $50,000. Criminal use of personal identification information, grand theft, insufficient funds check greater than $150, grand theft greater than $100,000, criminal use of personal identification information, grand theft greater than $100,000, criminal use of personal identification. So they hit her with a couple of charges here, man. And she was arrested on Thursday. Okay. So, yeah, wild. So we got an NBC video here that we'll react to. And then I got another video that we'll play as well.
Tonight, the shocking arrest of singer Sean Kingston, accused of fraud and theft by Florida authorities. The rapper arrested at Fort Irwin in the Mojave Desert of Southern California shortly after performing on the U.S. Army base. Social media video showing sheriff's deputies were there before taking him into custody.
It's actually common I've noticed that a lot of law enforcement, whenever they're going to arrest musicians, guys, they arrest them a lot of times before they do their performance. And you're probably wondering, well, why? Well, guys, the big reason why is because security's kind of done for them already. They know where they're going to be at. They might have their entourage there with them, but a lot of the times they know that they're going to be able to get them right then and there because it's kind of hard to track some of these celebrities outside of them being at their shows. So it's actually very common where I've seen it so many times where whenever someone has an arrest warrant, the police are there and pick them up at their shows.
That kind of sucks because then that people lost the money.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Yeah, like someone in the chat just said, hey, that should have been here in Vegas and we paid for it. So,
exactly. So they lose their money. And what happens after? Like, they don't get refunded, for sure.
No.
And where does that money go from?
Well,
to?
A lot of the venues have like a fee, like if you don't show up, where they'll give you a deposit, but you don't get the rest of your money until you show up. But a lot of people be scamming and they just take the down payment money and don't show up. I exposed Asian Doll for this actually on X, guys. If you don't follow me on X, you guys need to go follow me on X. I've been going crazy on there. I post a lot of stuff on there. I'm tweeting 5 to 20 times a day, somewhere in that range. Literally, like, I tweet all day. Since I got my Instagram banned, I've been mostly on X. I started a subscription thing on there if you guys want to support. I answer all my DMs on X as well. If you're subscribed to me, I answer your questions and DMs. So, it's only $5 a month to subscribe on there. But, Asian Doll, long story short, someone sent me a message saying, yo, we paid Asian Doll to show up to this venue in San Diego. We paid her like $1,500 or $2,000 as a retainer. This is back like 2019. And she took the money, her and her manager, and they never showed up. And they tried to get the money back, and then she tried to play dumb, like, that's not my manager and some other shit, whatever. But they scammed them. And this isn't uncommon, guys, in the music industry where rappers and musicians scam a lot of these people, which you're going to actually see some of that here in a little bit. But yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, absolutely wild. But yeah, I'll be cooking on X, guys, if you guys want to see some interesting stuff.
Does have her hands behind her back.
Hours before.
Right there. Well, we know why she got the beanie on now, huh? We know why.
No,
A SWAT team
I think she got a durag on when she got caught.
Okay. And guys, just so you are wondering, Broward County is not where Miami is. It's about 30 miles from here. It's where Fort Lauderdale is. So it's a little bit more up north from here. I'm thinking this area where Sean Kingston is at is probably around 45 minutes to an hour from Miami.
Raided Kingston's mansion in South Florida, arresting his mother, Janice Turner.
She got that beanie on.
Oh, it's got a beanie. Okay.
Yeah. They probably did.
I saw a photo.
She didn't want to go out looking bald.
On charges of fraud and theft.
Ms. Turner, you are here pursuant to a...
And then she got this head thing on.
What is that?
I don't know what that is, bro.
warrant.
She's now being held on $160,000 bond. Arrest warrants say Kingston and his mother defrauded several businesses out of high-end luxury items, including an $80,000 custom-made bed and a bulletproof Cadillac
Bruh, holy.
Escalade.
Sean Kingston is a part-time recording artist and a full-time thief.
Attorney Dennis Card represents a company that filed a civil lawsuit in February against Kingston for allegedly not paying for a 232-inch television.
Yo, Bills Mo, you guys are down here in South Florida. I know you guys have probably worked with people that have worked with him. I think I've heard this before that he doesn't pay people. That Kingston does this and he just like, you know, buys stuff and doesn't pay for it. Let me know if you guys have heard that through the grapevine from, you know, being involved in the music industry. I think they're in the chat.
Worth $150,000. Card says Kingston reached out to his client about the TV over Instagram.
He said, look, I'm working.
Someone said $80K bed, that shit better sleep for you. Facts. that is wild. $80,000 for a bed is wild, bro.
With Justin Bieber right now. We're making a music video, and you know, we'll use this cool home theater system in the music video. He got away with making a very small down payment on the system.
He paid about $30,000 on this TV. 232 inches, huge, guys. He wanted this thing installed. He put like a $30K down payment, but I think the total price was like 100 or 200.
It was,
okay, sorry, 150. But he never made the payments, and then he said, "Yo, you know,
just shut the doors and
I'll promote it with Justin Bieber," and never happened, man.
Oh yeah, he said that he will make a commercial with Justin Bieber.
Yeah, for the company, bro.
And he doesn't even speak with Justin anymore.
Bad, this dude be scamming.
It was $30,000.
Bro.
He was supposed to make a subsequent payment, which he never did.
Nope. According to Card, photos obtained by TMZ from inside.
Oh yeah.
Oh my.
Oh, they had one of these when we did our live event. This is what they had. This stuff is expensive, guys.
The raid of his Florida home show that massive entertainment system.
Wow.
It seems very clear that Sean Kingston relied upon his celebrity name, if these allegations are true, in order to perpetrate this alleged scheme.
Someone just said, Kingston, Mr. Layaway.
Kingston, whose stage name is an homage to his family's hometown in Jamaica, rose to fame with his hit single Beautiful Girls almost 2 decades ago.
Yep, I remember this, man. I was a junior in high school when this shit came out, man.
In 2007.
Yeah.
Collaborating on the song Eeny Meeny in 2010 with Justin
Bieber.
Bieber.
Age then.
Huh?
He was your age then.
Yeah. I think he was born in 1990. Yeah, he was literally 17 years old when that came out.
Wow.
Yep, he's my age. He's not my weight though. This dude, big as hell. God damn, this nigga been fat. This nigga been fat for 20 years, man. Damn, man. The fuck, man? You got all that money and fame and you couldn't get no trainers, nigga? Damn. What the fuck, man?
Bombocad!
Shortly after Kingston's arrest, his lawyer confirming to NBC News that his client will waive extradition to Florida, saying, "We want him back ASAP so we can show this is merely a civil case and not criminal. We look forward."
Bro, it is a criminal case, my man. Now, the thing is that they're saying that the civil case led to the criminal case being initiated. And guys, this is the first time we've seen this, actually. We're looking at it right now with Diddy. We know the Diddy thing started civilly, and now it's pretty much morphed into a criminal case. R. Kelly started civil.
To criminal. When it's civil.
Well, so when it's civil, you know, someone just comes forward, hey, you owe me some money, I want to sue you for damages, whatever it may be. But if what they're suing them for is a crime, winds up happening, and I've noticed this, if the person's famous or whatever, it's within the statute of limitations, the police will open up an investigation into it. I think Epstein had civil lawsuits against him. Kingston now has a civil lawsuit against him. Diddy, R. Kelly, all these guys had civil lawsuits against them first. Then they got hit with criminal charges later on. So, yeah, and the most recent one, obviously, as you guys know, with Diddy and Cassie. Mm-hmm. Cassie went ahead and settled with him within 24 hours for like $30 million or something like that. Now she's saying me and you to his money. But I think a part of that also is that she had that footage. Remember him beating her at the hotel?
Yeah.
I think she had that footage, and he didn't want that to go public. I think that's a big reason why he settled. Because you best believe her defense team her litigation team probably had that thing and said, we will release this video if you decide to go, fight us on this. And he was like, fuck it, man, here's $30 million. But it got leaked anyway.
To challenging this in court.
And Ellison, that attorney we spoke to, Card, says his client is not the only one that Kingston reached out to offering some sort of collaboration with Justin Bieber. He says he's spoken to a number of Kingston's alleged victims and describes a sort of pattern. The majority of them say that Kingston reached out to them over Instagram. He name-dropped Justin Bieber and then before defrauding them. So we have reached out to Justin Bieber's team, and Ellison, we haven't yet heard back.
Yeah. Yeah, Justin Bieber and them guys do not rock with Sean Kingston anymore, man. So it's interesting that he relies so heavily on them for that.
Somebody said he stole everything but a gym membership.
Facts, yeah. Big facts. Yeah, so it, of course, the civil case kind of starts it, and then if enough people come forward to the police like, yo, this guy scammed us out of XYZ, and the amount is big enough, they're going to go ahead and open a criminal case, so that makes sense. So let's see here. Yeah, 232-inch television. Bro, imagine going to jail for a TV, bro.
But it's not only a TV. I think he stole some money from some watches.
Oh, yeah.
too.
He stole a bunch of stuff. So we got a video here that we're going to react to, actually. So from SouFLoTV, shout out to him. He summarizes a lot of this stuff himself, and we'll just watch it and give some commentary. I got it at 1.5 speed. Guys, let me know if it's too fast. And let's see what happens.
So it says that rapper Sean Kingston was arrested. A lot of people thought he was arrested next to his mom, and they were arrested at the house, and such is not the case. Sean was out in California, and they said...
You can see, look, they're taking a bunch of the stuff here because, again, this is for fraud. So they're going to take all the stuff in his house that he defrauded people of as evidence.
So
the watches.
They had to.
They probably took parts of the bed. Yeah. That's all evidence.
Some coordinated effort to raid his home in Florida, raid the mansion in Florida, and catch him in California. Right. So rapper Sean Kingston was arrested in...
And I'll keep it 1,000 with y'all. Guys, here in South Florida, people live way beyond their means here.
Yeah.
Like it is so bad, the cap here. It's really bad. So I wouldn't be surprised if Kingston doesn't have the money like that. I mean, there's no, like, if you have the money, why would you put yourself in precarious situations like this where you can be arrested or sued or whatever it may be? So clearly the guy's living beyond his means. I mean, he hasn't had a hit in a while, so I believe it, right? And shows, guys, is how you make most of your money as a musician. So...
California on fraud charges on...
God damn, man. God, what the hell?
Thursday, several hours after a SWAT team raided his South Florida mansion and took away a van load of items after raiding the mansion. Now, word on the street is Sean does not own this mansion.
It's looking funny for this shit.
The mansion is rented. This is... Hey, listen. I'll get into what the prosecution attorney said after all that, but keep that in mind. He put it out there that the mansion is not owned, it's rented. I never get why people who make a lot of money and you're famous...
Wait,
His credit probably sucks, that's why.
Can you tell us, like, how much will be the rent of a mansion like that?
He's got to be paying at least...
in Fort Lauderdale?
I would say 15 to 20K, easily, a month.
Really?
For that, yeah. 15 to 20K.
That's crazy.
Listen, all this. Keep renting these expensive places. Why not purchase somewhere and own it? Anyhow.
Lowest end, maybe 10.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
You can find a rent of 10K here in Brooklyn.
Yeah. You know, at the lowest end, maybe 10, but I'm thinking closer to 15 or 20.
The Broward County Sheriff's Office said that Sean Kingston was arrested without incident on a Florida warrant in the area of Fort Irwin. That's an Army Air Force base that's out in the desert, about 150 miles northeast of Los Angeles.
That's how you know, you guys, this took a lot of coordination. The fact that they flew detectives out there to go get him, or they at least coordinated with the police out there in California, tells me that they've...
It was a SWAT team.
They were planning it. Well, the SWAT team raided the house, but when they went and got him in California, it was... And what Sean Kingston is trying to do now is he's trying to post bond. The fact, his mom is still in right now. They haven't posted bond. So that tells me also, I mean...
I think
it's only 160,000.
What, 160,000?
Yeah, so she's only got to come up with 16K, because you only got to put up 10%.
Oh, okay.
You know, depending on the bondsman. So,
Angeles, about 240 kilometers. Earlier in the day, Broward detectives arrested his 61-year-old mom. So Mama Kingston got arrested first. His 61-year-old mother was arrested earlier during the day. They telling this woman's age and everything. What if this woman didn't want nobody to know her age? Anyhow, earlier in the day, the detectives arrested Sean Kingston's mother, whose real name is Janice Turner, during the raid of the rapper's 14,000 square foot home in Southwest Ranches. This is a well-off Fort Lauderdale, Florida suburb. This place, let me show you how well-off this place is.
They brought the whole evidence truck and everything.
You got to still have money to live here, regardless. So I don't want anybody listening to my video going away saying, Sean Kingston is broke, he can't afford it. Sean Kingston got money, okay? Listen, that your way to beauty, he's probably still getting a big old check just from that alone. He still tours, he still do big shows, he still collect big checks for big shows. With that said, this well-off Fort Lauderdale suburb that this home is in, other celebrities live in this gated, secluded, secured community. If you're not somebody, you can't be over there. Give you an example, The Rock. Yeah, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. That's over where he lives.
Yeah, this is probably, definitely low end 10, high end 20,000 a month, easily.
That's huge.
And then
maybe even more.
Got Miami Dolphins NFL football player Tyreek Hill. These are the kind of people that live over there in that community. Anyways, so Mama Kingston was home in Florida at the house. Sean Kingston was way out in California doing his thug thizzle, doing his business. And they picked him up out there, and they got Mama.
Oh, my man need to go on a
diet. If that's his house, when they took that picture, look at the bunch of cars that he has there.
Yeah.
Kingston at the home in Florida. Broward County prosecutors referred all their questions to the sheriff's office, which has declined to release specific details about the charges.
Because it's an active case, right? So they don't want to go ahead and release everything. I tried to find a criminal complaint, but I couldn't find it. It's state stuff, so.
They said, we're not going to say anything much right now because this is an ongoing investigation. Now, after the raid, reporters outside the home could see authorities filling a loaded van with a lot of goods. The mansion was surrounded by expensive sports cars. There were expensive sports cars all over the property of the mansion, and all the stuff they were taking out, all the electronics they were taking out and filling up this van with it, confiscating it. You know, like when you rent something or when you took something on payment? Jamaica people don't know me I talk. courts and all them something, and the people them come back for the SETI and them come back for the whatnot, and them come back for the because you missed the payments. Yeah, them kind of
This
things.
dude Jamaican as hell, bro.
What are you saying?
This nigga speak as a pot
I
wow or
couldn't
something.
understand it.
So they came back and they took the things and they was confiscating everything, loading up a van.
All right, I'll translate that to English for you guys. Basically, they seized all the items that he defrauded people of. The watches, the bed, anything that he basically had scammed someone out of, they took. And that's all going to be used as evidence, guys. I mean, it's going to be pretty clear cut because I guarantee you what ended up happening is enough people sued him civilly and they got together and went to the police and filed reports for, and the police said, you know what, fuck it, we're going to initiate a criminal case. This guy's a celebrity. We can get some newsworthy press off of this, and why not? You know, and then obviously he stole a lot of stuff valued worth a lot, over $1 million.
Yeah.
So it's obviously going to hit the threshold where it matters. So boom.
And he has like more than $1 million worth in watches inside the house.
Yeah, he defrauded 2 watches. That alone is like $1 million.
Yeah.
So
Sean Kingston, however, must have got wind of what was going on, and he must have knew something was coming down the pipeline, because he left a statement on Instagram, and his statement said, quote unquote, "People love negative energy. I am good, and so is my mother. My lawyers, they're handling everything as we speak." That post was later taken down.
yeah.
So I don't know. Are you good? Are your lawyers handling everything as you speak? But that's what Sean said, right? Now,
yeah, right now he's trying to get bond out of California, guys, and they're arguing that they need to give him bond because what he's going to do is he's going to fly back to Florida on his own. He's not a flight risk. They took his mom's passport. She has a Jamaican passport. Actually, right here, I'll show you guys real
You gonna
fast.
show the passport?
No, not the passport, but where is it?
What is that?
This is the Broward clerk of courts,
Okay.
right? So you go Turner, Janice, right? Boom, search, and then you go all the way back. Here she is, State of Florida versus Janice Eleanor. Right, here it is. Here's all the charges, right? Organized fraud, use of, let me enlarge this for you ninjas so you guys can actually see everything here. Chat, y'all got that? You guys should be able to see it now, right? Damn, she 160 pounds, goddamn, bro. Okay.
She's my height.
Yeah, she's your height. Okay. Organized fraud, use of personal ID info, grand theft of second degree, uttering worthless check, grand theft, fraud, use of personal ID, et cetera, and then you see here, arrest, 523, right? And then, let's see here. Boom. Passport stored. Jamaican passport expired 2018. They took her passport. So, and I'm trying to find a goddamn criminal complaint, but I guess it's not public yet because there might still be people that are out that they charged in this thing. So, yeah. Anyway. And then also, here's her criminal case federal, guys. This is not the first time she's done this. Here's her federal case here. You can see her back in 2006, okay? Bank fraud, loan, credit, general applications, and, 18 U.S.C. 1344, bank fraud of wire fraud, right? And she got arrested June. A criminal complaint was filed for her on June 16th for both, for Janice Turner. Yeah, boom. And then she was arrested, I want to say, let's see here. Yep, on the 22nd. Because the arrest warrant was returned executed. What that means, guys, chat, can y'all see that clearly? Give me ones in the chat if you guys can see it clearly now. Where am I at here? Okay, when an arrest warrant is returned, guys, that means that the marshals or whoever went and applied for the arrest warrant, then now they got executed, you have to bring it back to the judge to show that it's returned, right? So it was filed on the 16th, the criminal complaint. Okay, it's been a while since I've explained this. Give me ones in the chat if you guys want me to explain how criminal complaints and arrest warrants and indictments work. Give me twos if you guys want me to just keep going with the show. Because I know we got some new viewers here. Some of you guys might not understand how the judicial process works. So if you guys want me to explain, give me ones. If you guys don't, give me twos, and we'll keep pushing. Angie, what does it look like on your side?
Mostly ones.
Mostly ones, right?
you choose.
Okay. All right, we're back to the old Fed Reacts where we look at Pacer. Okay, so this is how it works, guys, all right? Oh, Angie, this is the part where I got to go main cam, right?
Yep.
So you can clip this? All right, so there's two main ways to enter the judicial system, guys, from a criminal perspective, okay? You can either be arrested via probable cause, or you can be indicted under probable cause and be charged, right? So for you to be charged, you always have to be indicted, right? But you don't necessarily always have to have a criminal complaint against you. I'll give you an example. Let's say, back when I was an agent, right, and I would catch someone on the border trying to smuggle in drugs or trying to smuggle in illegal aliens or move weapons south, etc., right? Customs catches them. They call me. I show up to the scene. They got him in custody. Hey, agent such and such, we have him here. Here's 2 kilos of cocaine. Here's the weapons he was going to take southbound. Here's, whatever the fuck, right? So right then and there, I could write something called a criminal complaint, which is an affidavit, right? Supported by an affidavit. And I outline all my probable cause in this affidavit. And I give that to the prosecutor, and I arrest the individual. That's called making a probable cause arrest, right? You're making arrested at the scene. You're filing your criminal complaint, and then the judicial process begins. The wheels of justice start turning. And then within 14 days, at least federally, you typically have to indict the individual, which means you have to formally charge them through a grand jury. Okay? And a grand jury is nothing more than a couple of your peers. There's federal and state grand juries, by the way. Keep in mind that this is a state case, guys, right? The Sean Kingston case that we're talking about right now is a state case. However, this case I'm showing you guys right now is his mom's old federal case from 2006. The grand jury convenes, and then you present your case, and then they go ahead and give you a true bill of indictment or not. Most of the time, you're going to get a true bill of indictment because you're going in there with a prosecutor. You wouldn't be there in the first place if the prosecutor didn't think you had probable cause, right? Especially on a federal level. So anyway, so you got the criminal complaint route, and then you got the indictment route, right? But you always have to, you don't always have to charge someone through a criminal complaint, but you always have to indict them. Does that make sense, guys? So a criminal complaint is a way to get someone in jail when you have them right there in front of you and to get the process started right away. Because there's times where the crime was committed in front of you or in front of another law enforcement officer. You got the guy in custody. You don't want to release him. You could go ahead, drop him off in jail, write your affidavit. After you write your affidavit, throw him, you send that to the AUSA. AUSA starts the judicial process, right? The court proceedings begin, and then within 2 weeks, you come back with the rest of your evidence and you formally indict the individual through a grand jury. I'll give you an example of what I mean by this, right? So, give me ones in the chat if that made sense for y'all, by the way. Give me ones in the chat if that made sense. Give me twos if it didn't make sense, because I really want y'all to learn here. And if it's a 2, I want you to say specifically why it doesn't make sense, so I can rehash that part. But give me ones if that makes sense. Perfect.
Yeah, mostly ones.
Okay, awesome. Daenerys said 1.4. Okay, what's the 0.4 or 1.5, bro? Tell me why. Don't just troll.
Trolling.
Yeah, he probably is trolling. That dude always trolls. Okay, so if we go in here, I'll show you guys a famous criminal complaint.
Somebody said too, what's AUSA?
An AUSA?
AUSA, yeah.
Oh, okay, guys. An AUSA is the functional equivalent of an ADA. Assistant United States Attorney is a federal prosecutor, guys. Okay, and a state attorney is an assistant district attorney, right? You have the district attorney's office, which is the state entity, and then you have the United States Attorney's Office, which is the federal entity, okay? Good question, really good question. So we're going to go ahead and type in, how do I spell his name? It's Dzokar. Yeah, there we go, boom. See, it comes right up. Sarnev, right? As you guys know who's this? This is the Boston Marathon bomber.
This is the buff. Okay.
Right? I always like to show this criminal complaint here. So obviously, this is what a federal criminal complaint looks like, guys. I've written hundreds of these myself, but I'm pulling up a famous one for you guys here as a go-by example for y'all, right? Give me ones in the chat. Yo, give me ones in the chat if you guys are enjoying this educational stuff, man. Let's go.
Somebody asked, how long does it usually take for the judiciary system take for the affidavit?
How long do you have to get the affidavit in?
So how long does it take for the judiciary system to take for the affidavit?
Oh, judicial. You got to get that complaint in immediately. If I arrest them, I'm up all night writing that affidavit and sending it to the judge.
Oh, okay.
Me and the AUSA are on phone the whole time writing it up together. Some districts, the AUSA writes the complaint for you. Not where I came from, but
how long does it take to write one?
Well, it depends on the crime. So so this example right here, as you guys know, this is a Boston Marathon bomber, right? So when they got him, guys, right, for obvious reasons, they're not going to let him go. They're not going to be like, oh, yeah, let's just cut him loose and indict him in 2 weeks. We'll be fine. No, they're going to arrest him right then and there, and they're going to file a criminal complaint. This is what a federal criminal complaint looks like, guys, right? Boom, United States of America versus Dzhokhar Tsarnaev, right? And then here's the charges, 18 U.S.C. 233, use of weapon of mass destruction, malicious destruction of property resulting in death, right? So this is the cover sheet. Then it's signed by the FBI, the agent, right? In this case, it was FBI Special Agent Daniel R. Genk, right? And then the day it was signed, 4/21, 6:47 p.m. Here's the judge, right? And they signed it in Brookline. What does this tell me right here? This tells me that the agent went to her house, right? Because we don't have a federal court in Boston, Massachusetts. It's in Brookline, Massachusetts. Brookline is a suburb with a lot of them boys, by the way. It's a suburb of Boston, very affluent. So the agent, and it's 6:47 p.m. So it was after business hours. And this happens, guys, where you sometimes you'll go to the judge's house to get a warrant signed. I've done it myself. Give me ones in the chat if you guys want me to tell you my tea time story.
Oh, shit.
I don't think I've told this story. I haven't told it in a very long time. My tea time story of when I went to a judge's house to get a warrant signed. But anyway, so here's the affidavit, right, guys, of Special Agent I, Daniel R. Genk, being duly sworn, deposed, and stay. I'm a Special Agent of the Federal Bureau of Investigation and have been so employed since 2009. I'm currently assigned to the Boston Field Office's counter-terrorism squads, one of the Boston counter-terrorism squads. Among other things, I'm responsible for conducting national security investigations of potential violations of federal criminal laws as a member of the Joint Terrorism Task Force. During my tenure as an agent, I have participated in numerous national security investigations. I've received extensive training, experience in conduct of national security investigations and those matters involving domestic international terrorism. So the first paragraph is where you always talk about your expertise and your background. Okay, guys? Here, I'll use myself as an example, right?
They say mostly one, so you can tell your story.
Okay.
But I have a question before you go into that. So the Boston Marathon bombing was in April 15.
Google myself.
Of 2013. And this affidavit was signed on April 23rd, I think. So he wasn't arrested that same day.
It took them a couple days to find him, though.
Oh, okay.
Remember, they went in a shootout and all this other shit with him?
Okay.
So that's why. So this affidavit outlines everything here, guys, right? Then he talks about his employment during the FBI, etc. So the affidavit is submitted in support of an application of a complaint charging Dzhokhar Tsarnaev with using a weapon of mass destruction, blah, 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 right? So this affidavit, right, of the facts is in support of getting the criminal complaint, which then gets him an arrest warrant, okay? So affidavit of facts gets you the criminal complaint, or is a part of the criminal complaint package, and then that criminal complaint package, guys, gets you the arrest warrant to go pick your guy up, or to to get him arrested, right? So he goes into his what we call the I love me paragraph. Here, I gave you guys an example because I actually did this shit too back in the day, right? Here's one of my cases, okay? Here we go, criminal complaint, boom. This is for Sri Kajamekam Shalia. This was a case that I did myself. As you can see here I am, doxing myself once again, with my signature and everything, right? And then boom, I'm especially in Homeland Security Investigations. I talk about my experience. Identical to this complaint. All complaints are written the same pretty much, guys. Your first paragraph is your background. Boom, I'm a special agent. Well, you identify yourself, the agency, what laws you investigate, right? I investigate Title 18, 19, and 21 of the United States Code. Title 8, guys, is immigration. Title 18 is the criminal code. Title 19 is customs. And Title 21 is drugs. Okay. Right, of the United States Code. Right? And then in this case, 8 U.S.C. 1324, guys, is immigration, human smuggling. Right? Then I talk about my experience. Before this, I was a special agent in Laredo, Texas, where I conducted investigations, the lead case agent relating to drug smuggling, trafficking, weapons violation, border violence, and kidnappings, and human smuggling. Right? And then I say this affidavit is submitted in the support of a criminal complaint charging Shalia. Right? This is my shit that I actually wrote myself. I remember actually writing this. It took me a while. But yeah, it's because we brought the guy in from Turks and Caicos, and I had to submit this affidavit. As a matter of fact, I remember this was during COVID, so I had to swear this in front of a judge on FaceTime. Oh, okay. On FaceTime I did it. But in this case, you went to the judge. Okay, so you guys want my tea time story. So let's go back in time a little bit. So I'll never forget. The year is 2015. Was it 2015? Yes, the year was 2015. We needed a search warrant, right, on a house. And at the time, guys, I was in a smuggling group. This was back in Laredo, Texas. And I was really good at cranking out affidavits like this, right? Like that I just showed you. I was really good at them. I've written hundreds of them. Anytime that we needed a criminal complaint done, anytime we needed a search warrant done, whatever, I was always the guy that would be the affiant because I could crank these things out quickly. I knew what language to use. The AUSAs liked my writing style. So I always wrote the affidavits, right? Even if it wasn't my case. So when you work in law enforcement, guys, you got guys that are good at certain things. Some guys are tactical guys. They like to hit doors. Some guys are good at affiants. They're good at writing warrants or writing affidavits. Some guys are good at, dealing with evidence. Some guys are good at testifying. Some guys are good, with doing cases, big cases, etc. My strengths were I did big cases and I always wrote affidavits and I was always a very good report writer. Those were my strengths, right? I was always writing reports. I think I led the office and written reports for multiple years in a row. Right, which is important because the more reports you mean, that clearly means you're working. Every time you debrief an informant, every time you're doing surveillance, every time you're doing any type of investigative activity, you need to document that in an ROI, right? Anyway, so we had this house under surveillance and we knew that we wanted to do a search warrant for it. So my team went ahead and staged at the house and they, had it under surveillance. And while they had it under surveillance, I went back to the office and wrote up an affidavit, worked with the AUSA, hey, we need to get this thing immediately, the search warrant, whatever. So it's nighttime. We're watching this house. It's like 7. We started watching the house at like 7 p.m. I got the affidavit done by the time I got it through the United States Attorney's Office. Because, guys, it doesn't just go for me. It goes from me to my supervisor. And he's like, all right, this is good. Then I give it to the AUSA. The AUSA's got to send it up their chain. And then it goes all the way up to the head prosecutor in the office, right? And then they sign off on it. Then they give it to the judge. Then the judge gets it, right? So at the time, the judge, let me see if she still works. Now I'm curious. If she. Okay, I'll check after because I don't want to fuck up the story. At the time, the judge, because there's duty judges that are on call whenever you're trying to get a warrant, right? So this judge was a Harvard graduate. She was very meticulous about affidavits. So luckily, I was able to get it done on the first draft because I knew what she looks for, what she doesn't look for. You need a lot of probable cause for her. She's very cautious when it comes to getting search warrants. So it's like 8, 9, 10 p.m., right, at night. She's clearly not in her chambers in the office, so I had to go to her house. So I drive over there, got my fucking vest and shit. I'm there with my buddy. He's got all his tactical gear because as soon as we get this warrant, we're going over to that house to help the rest of the team. So I go in there with the paper, right, with the paperwork, and because I need her to sign it for me. And then as soon as she signs it, I call them and I tell them, guys, warrant signed, hit the house, right? So I go in there, and she has like this she has kids. She has this like little tea set there.
Oh, shit.
So I'm there with my fucking vest on, my raid gear and shit, right? With this fucking thing. Go in there with this fucking thing, right? Back in the day. Right? And I go in there, got my gun and all this other crap. And she's like, oh, have a seat right here. And I'm just sitting at this little tea set, right? Where her daughters and them play. And she's like reading the affidavit. I'm sitting there like this. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't fit. I was just sitting there like, just waiting. Okay, she gonna sign it, whatever, right? I can't do nothing. Like I'm not gonna be rude. I need to get my shit signed, but I'm just sitting there like this with this vest on and shit. And my buddy's in the back. Even he's kind of like looking around. And so she signs the warrant and shit. And then we get out of there. But it was just hilarious because I was sitting there for like 20 minutes.
But she knew you were
uncomfortable as hell.
She knew you were coming?
Yes. So the AUSA told me, hey, you got the green light. The judge is going to sign it. Here's her number. Give her a call. So I called her. She gave me her address, and I drove over there.
Oh, okay.
This is back in Laredo, Texas. So, yeah, dude, it was hilarious.
They're saying that you had to take the tea there.
Yeah. I was literally sitting there. There's little teacups and shit. It's like a pink. I'll never forget. It was like a little pink tea set.
Yeah.
Like little, for kids. And I'm just sitting there in the chair like this with my knees all up close to me because I couldn't fucking fit. Because, guys, I'm like 6'3". So it was just funny as hell. Because the kids were asleep, right? Because it was nighttime. But yeah, let me see. Is she still a judge there? Let me look this up. She went to Harvard, so whenever I would go to her chambers to get shit signed, because I was always getting cases.
You remember her name and everything? Wow.
Yep, she's still a judge. She's still a judge in Laredo, Texas. Yeah, that's her. Very smart. She's Chinese.
Don't dox her though.
Yeah, no, it's not doxing. This is all public information.
Okay.
Yeah, this is literally on the Southern District of Texas. Yeah, yeah, she's Chinese Harvard grad. Because I went to Northeastern, as you guys know. So anytime I was in her chambers, we would shoot the shit. All right, but anyway, so guys, give me ones in the chat if that makes sense with criminal complaints, arrest warrants, etc. Do you guys understand it now? Give me ones if that all makes sense. Twos if you got a question. Yeah, she's Chinese in Laredo, which makes it even funnier. Because there ain't no Asians in Laredo, Texas. I'll tell you that now.
And she had her family there and everything. She was
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think she married like a Mexican guy. Well, yeah, because her last name is Quiroga. Yeah, 100%. All right, I see all ones. All right, let's fucking go. So going back, right? So now that we understand criminal cases, right? Now this is all going to make a lot more sense. Look at that. It makes more sense to you guys. So criminal complaint is filed, right? Affidavit, right? I wish I could read it. I wonder what agency arrested her. And then she gets indicted. See, guys? Criminal complaint filed. 5 days later, she's indicted, right? On 6/23/2005. Here's the indictment, right? View the document. Boom. Here it is. United States of America versus Janice Turner and Kenema Morris. I guess that was her co-defendant. They were frauding together. This is actually before, what's his name, had his hit song. So I guess this is how she funded his record, his music dream, right? So bank fraud, 18 U.S.C. 1344, right? And then this goes over all the, bullshit she was doing, right? Withdrawal of approximately $1,000 cash, negotiation of check, blah, 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 right? And then false loan application, false loan application again, false loan application again, because she did another one, couple different counts because she did it multiple times, and then her co-defendant. And then here you go, true bill of indictment, United States Attorney Alex Acosta, Mark Anton, Special United States Attorney. So that's the ones that did this case. And then court division, this is for Miami, Fort Lauderdale court division. This was not in Miami, but it was in the Southern District of Florida. And then let's see here. Here's the magic case number. And then, boom, this is just kind of like their filing thing. And then here she is, maximum penalty. And then Kenema Moore, she got hit with the same shit. So, yeah. And then if we go through here, right? Oh, what the hell? You go to docket report, right? That shows you everything. She went to prison. And then you go through. She plead guilty, right? And then this just goes through the entire case. So, and the last action on this case was back in 2011. All right, let's go back to the video.
This attorney who was representing Sean's mother and Sean Kingston.
Someone asked a good question, Myron. Is there a statute of limits on fraud? Yes, typically 5 to 10 years. But a lot of federal laws, the statute of limitations is 5 years.
His name is Robert Rosenblatt. And Robert Rosenblatt said that we are aware of some of the allegations that are being made against the two, and we look forward to addressing these in courts. And we are confident of a successful resolution for Sean.
Give me fire emojis in the chat if you guys are learning something from today's show. Give me fire emojis. I'm giving y'all a lot of education today, man. And also, guys, do me a favor, like the video. We got 1,100 plus y'all watching on YouTube, right? Another 1,300 watching on Rumble. Do me a favor, guys. Please like the video. Helps a lot with the algo, because you guys know they're definitely stifling us on YouTube, right? So.
And his mother. That's the email that he sent. Florida Department of Corrections records shows that Sean Kingston is currently on 2 years of probation for trafficking stolen property.
And that's not good that he's on probation, guys. That might be a reason why he might not get bond now, because he's on probation doing this stupid shit. And it's for a similar crime.
2 years of probation. Probation limits you Okay, a lot of the times when people are on probation, they have to get clearance from their probation officer if they have a show out of town, because you're not supposed to leave. You have travel restrictions. You have a curfew. You have to be inside by a certain time. You can't come out till a certain time. You can only travel this far. Don't go to this place.
Yeah. So him and his mom are convicted felons, guys.
That place, can't associate with felons, etc. Can't have a gun in your possession. Like a lot of things goes with being on probation. And Sean Kingston apparently was on 2 years worth of probation already for trafficking stolen property. Wow.
Which, to be clear, guys, it's a state case that he was charged under before.
I didn't know that. Now, further information on that conviction could not be found. As far as what will happen to him now, it is said that he will be held in California, where he was arrested, pending extradition to Florida. Damn, Sean. So it's not like they're going to let him go on bail and tell him you have a court date in Florida on July 15th. Make sure you show up or else we'll issue a warrant for you. They are keeping him in custody. And then they will transport him like a prisoner for some Con Air-ish. They're going to transport him like a prisoner, either by road or by air, but he'll be shackled, handcuffed like a prisoner, and he will be extradited to Florida. That's what the report says so far. Now, according to federal court records, Mama Kingston now, his mother, it is said, and this is digging up old dirt on people. You know, some people like to live in your past, but they don't like you bringing up their past. Oh, I've changed. Why are you judging me by my past? But then again, in all fairness, it seems like the same thing happens repeatedly, so therefore, is it really your past, or is it your pattern? You get what I'm saying? So according to federal court records, Mama Kingston, Sean Kingston's mother, she pleaded guilty back in 2006 to bank fraud and for stealing over $160,000. And she served nearly a year and a half.
Angie, can you look up 100, well, how much was it? 160K? Can you look that up in 2005, roughly what that is now?
Yeah.
In prison for that. So Mama Kingston was thugging it out behind bars. She'd been to prison before, did a little year and a half stint.
And it was Fed time, too. We just went over that, guys.
$160,000 cash.
I don't know what agency arrested her. I'm willing to bet it was either the FBI, Secret Service, or Homeland that picked her up, because they all investigate wire fraud like that.
A lot of money. Now, she was being held right now at the Broward jail on Thursday night. And her bond so far is $160,000. That's crazy. I think they try to make fun of her because she stole $160,000 or pled guilty to stealing $100,000.
Is what?
$256,874,000.
So basically, guys, in today's dollars, she stole $250,000.
$60,000 in a fraud case back in 2006. And here they are today, got her in the Broward jail on $160,000 bond. That's laughable. The Jamaican-American rapper, as y'all know, Sean Kingston is Jamaican-American. I don't know if a lot of people knows this, but you might want to go look up the great Jack Ruby. The great Jack Ruby, one of the...
Jack Ruby, is it who I'm thinking of?
Music producer extraordinaire.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I thought it was... okay. I thought they were talking about the dude that killed JFK's assassin, Oswald.
Out of Jamaica. That is Sean Kingston.
Oh, announcement, by the way. Speaking of the Kennedys, guys, June 7th, we're going to have Ryan Dawson, and we're going to talk about Robert F. Kennedy and John F. Kennedy. We're going to talk about the assassinations of the Kennedy brothers, and we're going to go over who really did it. Surprise, surprise. We're going to have to probably do most of it on Rumble for obvious reasons. But that is coming. You guys have been asking me this for like a year for the JFK assassination and for the RFK assassination. We're going to do it June 7th, and we're going to start with RFK. Because for you guys to understand the JFK assassination, we got to do RFK first, even though in the timeline, RFK died later on. But June 7th is going to be the anniversary, man. He died back in 1968. So it's going to be, a long time coming because a lot of people don't know what the hell really happened. And it's kind of crazy how his son doesn't acknowledge what happened. But we all know, even RFK Jr. knows that Sirhan Sirhan was not the person that killed his father. It was impossible because the bullets that killed Robert F. Kennedy were from his back. But Sirhan Sirhan was in front of him. The lethal shot was the one behind the ear. But Sirhan Sirhan was in front of him, and there were like 12 shots. But Sirhan, I know, that's his name. His gun only had 8 rounds. So there was more than one shooter. And we know that Sirhan was not the sole shooter, and we know that he wasn't the actual killer. All right? So we're going to cover that June 7th. I'm excited as hell. We're going to have Ryan Dawson come in remotely, and we're going to cover the RFK assassination. Then we'll probably do another day where we cover the JFK one. So obviously, majority of it's going to be on Rumble.
Kingston's grandfather. That is Sean Kingston's mother's father. So Sean Kingston comes from musical royalty already. And the great Jack Ruby's grandson is Sean Kingston. All right. So the Jamaican-American rapper, he's best known for his 2007 #1 top of the charts single, You Should Have Been There. Back in that time when that song came out, it was something special. It was big. It sold millions of copies. It was playing all over the airwaves.
I was a junior in high school when that shit came out, man.
You're way too beautiful, girl.
Huh?
He was too.
Yeah, he was too, yeah. I was like going into senior year.
So I started the video off like that. And then he had another hit song after that called Take You There. And he had collaborations with people over time. You know, Sean Kingston became an A-lister in Hollywood, believe it or not. And he's worked with top names like Justin Bieber. I think him and Justin Bieber had a song called Eeny Meeny. Yeah, he's worked with people like Justin Bieber, just to name a few of famous people that he has worked with. He's worked with Kanye West. He's worked with, you name a couple of them, Sean has been working with them or been around them. In 2011, it says that he suffered a near-fatal injury in a personal watercraft accident. You know, like you riding one of them ski bikes. It says that Sean Kingston, whose legal name is Keshawn Anderson, hasn't had a major label release, as far as songs go, in more than a decade. In 2011, he suffered a near-fatal water crash incident, which they said was his fault. An attorney who witnessed his mother's arrest said that detentions are partly related to a lawsuit that he filed against Sean Kingston in February, accusing him of defrauding a Florida company that installed in his home a 232-inch.
And that's probably what got this all started, guys.
5.8 meter television, or for those of you who goes with feet and inches, it's approximately 17 feet by 9.5 feet.
God damn, what do you need a 17-foot TV for, man?
5 meters by 3 meters. And here we are. Me and you over here arguing about the 75-inch TV and 85-inch TV that Walmart sells. I'm telling you, man, rich people be on some whole otherness, and sometimes you can't understand it. You hear big screen TV, and you think 85 inches, I got one of those. Nah, try 232 inches. Because your little 75-inch TV or 85-inch TV does not compare to these. Anyways, the attorney who witnessed the mother being arrested, the attorney said this is related to a lawsuit that he filed on behalf of his client for Sean Kingston defrauding his company or his client's company out of some work that they did and some equipment.
Oh, we got Fresh in the house. Shout out to Fresh.
Installed a 232-inch TV inside of his home. And he said that, I guess he didn't get paid for it. He said that it is amazing what you can get away with if you're a celebrity. This is what the attorney said. His name is Dennis Card. He said it is amazing what you can get away with when you're a celebrity. He, Sean Kingston, he creates this larger-than-life persona, as if I am rich persona. And his mother, she is a necessary component to this. He presents himself as a family-oriented guy. That's a part of his scheme. Like, you know, I'm taking care of my mom. But she knows full well. She knows full well what's going on.
She a scammer, too. She was scamming before he even became famous.
Going on. Now, I don't know what that intend to be.
She probably used some of that money to fund his music career, man.
I think he's trying to say Sean Kingston is a scammer, and his mama knows it, and she's a part of it because she comes in and plays her part, too. In the lawsuit, Ver Entertainment, that's the name of the company. In the lawsuit, Ver Entertainment says that Sean Kingston contacted the company in September about purchasing the television, the big old expensive television I just told you about.
Here, Ver Entertainment. Let's see if we can find him here, guys.
How can you spell Ver? Like that?
Yep. Is this them?
I don't think that's how you spell it.
Nah.
Ver Entertainment.
This might be it. Wait, Netherlands? What the fuck? All right, whatever.
The television that is 232 inches. The television that is 17 feet by 9.5 feet. They said that Sean Kingston, this is the details in the lawsuit, he contacted the company in September about purchasing the television, and it was sold under the brand name called Colossal TV. And then they went and they installed it. And then they gave him a price tag. And the price tag for installing a TV like that is with the TV equipment and everything and the work that it takes to put it in, $150,000.
Bruh, how you spend $150K on a TV and $80K on a bed, man? Like, bro, this is just ridiculous. Like, guys, do me a favor. We only got 425 likes, man. Can we get 1,000, man? We should be 1,000 likes at least, guys.
I told you we're not doing rich people things. I just buy my big screen TV, 75, 85 inches from Walmart. I got to take it home myself. And, you know, I call a little man, and he come over and he find a beam in the wall, and he hang the TV on the wall.
You can tell this is a Caribbean nigga, man.
And I pay him $150. They paid $150,000. Well, they should have paid, but the company, Ver Entertainment, is saying they didn't get their money. And he still has their big old TV. Sean Kingston allegedly told owners that if they would agree to a lower down payment and give him credit, he and Justin Bieber could do a commercial for them. In November, Sean Kingston paid the company $30,000 and the TV was installed. The lawsuit says no commercial or further payments were ever made despite numerous promises. Yeah, man, we got it. We're going to do it for you. Just hold on for a minute. Justin's a bit busy, you know. His schedule is pretty busy, but we're trying to coordinate it to make it happen on your, you know, get it done for you.
Yep. And you know, what he didn't tell him is that him and Justin Bieber don't work together anymore. And it's probably because he does this fraud shit.
They probably just made that video,
yeah,
that song, and that was it. Like,
100%.
They never talked together.
Yeah, like you guys, a lot of these musicians, what ends up happening is you pay for a feature, you get the feature, and then they never talk to you again, bro.
$20,000 on that job.
And for some of you guys that weren't around in the early 2010s, Bieber was the guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody was, like, Bieber was one of the hottest artists back then. So he fell off now, but...
he hasn't fell off.
I mean, who's still...
He just his wife just got pregnant. Like he's
but I don't see him in the public eye like that no more.
No, he is, Myron. He's still he's big. Yeah, he's still making music.
When's the last time he made a song? I haven't heard nothing from him.
Man, I don't know.
Yeah, see, you don't even know, nigga.
Because I'm not that big of a fan of Justin Bieber, but I know he's still
this don't even look good, because it looks like he is basically saying, you know, I will enlist the services of Justin Bieber, and me and him will do a commercial for your store and for your TV, the colossal TV. This is bad. This is bad. This is definitely you tricking somebody out of their stuff and using your star power, so to speak, to do so. Kind of like what the Brooklyn bishop, who is now incarcerated, did. Oh, I know Mayor Eric Adams. I got a few pictures with him. Look here. This is me and him. Listen, man, give me $150,000 and, you know, I can make some great things happen for your business in this city.
Yeah, chat. Yeah, I know. I know he had something with, like, his face was, like, paralyzed on one side of it. Bieber, for a while. Like, his face was, I remember seeing him on Instagram, like, talking about how his face was paralyzed half his face was paralyzed.
Oh, shit.
And they blamed the jabs, if you know what I'm saying.
Trying to defraud people out of money based on who you know, based on who you are, not what you are able to provide for them, because you have no intentions of paying them. According to the lawsuit, Sean Kingston no longer has a working relationship with Justin Bieber. That's what they found out. The two ain't cool like that. So why is he promising to do a commercial with Bieber for the company? Sean?
They went in and did their research, reached out to his people, and they're like, we don't fuck with that guy.
Kingston no longer has a working relationship with Bieber, who recently dropped his longtime manager, and no current contact information for Justin Bieber is available. Justin Bieber is probably sitting in the corner somewhere saying, take me out of your shite. Stop calling my name. I don't want to be mixed up in anything dirty. They went ahead to say in the court paperwork, after doing their investigations, that Justin Bieber is 100% not involved in any of this. He had the misfortune of doing some work in the past with Sean Kingston. And Sean drops his name like crazy every time he speaks to people to have people think that him and Justin Bieber are still cool. Yeah, Justin, my friend. Yeah, me and Justin can do this. Justin. I was just out in California chilling with Justin. Justin and I are going to do... And they're saying it's all a lie. They don't...
Yeah, I've been told from people before that, you know, he name drops him all the time. Or someone wrote that here.
Even have a working relationship anymore. So that's the full scoop on what's going on so far. And we'll stay close to the story because, you know, it's our Sean Kingston. He's Jamaican, he's American, and all that other stuff. He's a big celebrity, all this other stuff. But this here don't look good. I'll close the video by saying this, right? My granny used to say, don't grudge anybody for what you see them have. The mansion and the whole heap of sports cars and the 200 and something inch TV. Because you don't know what they have.
I don't know what this nigga's saying.
It's an old Jamaican saying, I guess. Let's see.
What to do to get it, baby. And you don't know what they have to do to keep it either. So we're going to keep a close eye on this one. And as it develops, I will bring you the update. Hit that subscribe button. It's so...
All right, boom. Shout out to him, man. So, yeah, guys. So, obviously, the case is in its infant stages. We don't know what's going to happen. But I'll tell you this. They've done it before, you know, involved in stealing property and fraud and all this other stuff. So, he's probably going to do some jail time for this one, man. They wouldn't come back and charge him like this if it wasn't for anything. And, you know, we're talking about expensive watches, luxury items, televisions, all this other stuff. He's going to have to, not only is he going to probably do some jail time, he's probably also going to have to pay some restitution because he defrauded people with so much money. So yeah, let's see here. Any questions before we close this thing out? Let's see. Like I said, guys, shorter and sweeter show tonight. Try to keep it, somewhat concise, educational for you guys. I know some of you guys don't like me and Angie yapping too long, so.
Especially me.
Yeah. So let's see here. No, I don't see anything. I think we're good. All right. Angie, you want to give them any last updates before we close out of what's going on with the Instagram and everything else like that?
Well, just follow the Instagram. It's @FedReacts.
Oh, if you want to get a hold of me on Instagram, that's the best way to reach me too, Angie.
Yeah.
Covers
a lot of people being reaching out and sending hate. We love the hate. We keep sending hate, I guess, for Myron because he doesn't.
Oh, from the fat video?
But this
was it the Jubilee video? Why?
The Jubilee video.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, it's got
that
a
thing
lot
going
of
crazy.
Backlash on you. And I guess because he doesn't have an Instagram anymore, people just come to FedReact to hate him, which makes me feel bad because now I know how much hate you've been receiving on your Instagram when you had Instagram.
When I had the real one, right? Yeah.
And it makes me feel kind of bad for you because you've been receiving a lot of hate.
Yeah.
So yeah, @FedReacts. That's Myron's closest.
Here's the video here, guys.
And also the Twitter, Unplug Fit X.
5.3 million.
That is insane.
Yo, look, Jubilee, man. I made Jubilee go viral because look at this. Look at this. Right?
You're gonna show the comments?
No. Well, look. These are all the videos that they've released, right? Right. I ignored the early signs of cancer. 57K. That was earlier today. 327. 6 ages of one secret Latino. Daughters get brutally honest with their moms. 528. 424. Bro, these dudes are barely breaking 500K, right? But then look at this. 5.3 million. Let's go. Smoke every recent video on their thing, dude, is this right here, right? Smoked every recent one of their videos, bro. Nothing even comes close. 5 million plus, right? 5 million plus. This is going to end up being one of their most viewed videos of all time. 5.3 million, right? And then you come on over here, you look at the comments, right? Getting the Fresh and Fit dude on there was 1,000% content move. This guy Myron is a walk Instagram comment section. Let's go. Instagram comment section is where it's at. We tell the fucking truth. Let's fucking go, man. I made this fucking video. I'm the captain now. All right? Because no one gives a fuck what anyone else on that panel had to say. All these comments are about me, bro. Look at this shit.
This Myron guy is a walking Instagram comment section.
This is literally all about me, bro. All these comments. And I'm not even saying that to be on some narcissist bullshit. But look at this, bro. No one would give a fuck about this episode if it wasn't for me, man. This is going to be their most viewed video, mark my words, of all time in the future. It's only been out for a couple of weeks, and it's at 5.3 million, and nothing even fucking comes close. Yo, look at it. How many comments this shit got? 56K comments.
Well, but
bro, I've never seen another video with this much, and all the comments are either hating on me or praising me. One of the two.
It's women.
Oh, and females being mad as hell.
Being mad.
But yo, hey man.
I had a bunch of lesbians commenting on FedReacts too.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
I don't know why, but we have a bunch of rumble rants, Myron.
Oh, we do? Mm-hmm. Okay. What was this?
Being in shape every single time. Just like if you have someone that's rich versus someone that's poor, they will pick being rich every single time. And the thing is that most fat people taste.
What's the most replayed? This is the most replayed.
And then on top of that, you're going to want to go ahead and tell all those fat.
After 4 years, the Radical Empathy podcast is now. Body positivity movement is problematic. Will the agreeers step forward?
Myron, do you
see? I ran.
Myron ran.
I ran in there.
I think where it becomes can't ignore your, need cholesterol behind this.
Health implication with the positivity movement has been too embarrassed to go either oh, hey, I see other plus size. You can argue that problematic celebrity, let's say Adele.
This is the most he talked about.
Making fun of Adele for losing weight, but promoting Lizzo for being a fat ass. Unacceptable.
Do we feel, are a lot of people doing that?
I think the thing around Lizzo is it's not.
All right. But yeah, if you guys want comedy, go watch it, man. You guys will find it funny. Them just being triggered at me the whole time. Where were we at here, Angie?
Freddie 12 says, tell them to leave Charleston White at the retirement home. Motherfucker was annoying. Jerome 19.
Entertaining, man. Malik Tov Overwatch stream, he said, okay, maybe.
Okay, no, this guy, he said it.
What else do we got here?
Dog Shit Boxer 69 says, the stream is gonna make me suicidal. Suicidal.
Oh, man. Let's see here. We got Notorious Reed says, will you cover former Overwatch pro, then Valorant Sinatra was accused of SA and a team? Yeah, I did hear about that. I don't know if I'll cover that, guys. I'm going to have Awkward on the podcast in June.
Yay!
Yeah, so we're going to have him on. We're going to talk about what it's like to be a pro gamer, what it takes to become a pro gamer. So I think he's going to be the first professional gamer we've had on the show, so we're going to have him on. I play Overwatch with him a lot. I was playing with him actually earlier today. Malik Tov, Overwatch stream, and then Rolling Stone says, Myron, how do you pronounce your real name? It's pronounced Amru. That's how you pronounce my name.
Amru.
Yeah, even though it's a weird name. I don't know what my parents were smoking, bro. Like, that was their attempt at an Americanized name, because my parents don't call me Amru, guys. They call me by my Arab name when I'm home. They don't call me Amru. So I don't know what the fuck that was, but whatever.
I have to call you Amru when I'm talking to them.
Oh, yeah, because looks like Mighty Joe Young and King Kong. That's from Rolling Stone. I enjoy you and Lil Angie yapping. Makes the show fun. That's from Uncle Luke. Thanks. Mr. Grumpy Overwatch. It's high noon or about the 26th of May, 2024. All right, connect, kid. Michaka goes, Myron, what do I do? I just denied? Or do you mean I just got denied from my favorite art school? What should I do? Bruh, this nigga, man. You almost had me there. You almost had me there. Whatever you do, don't lead a revolution, all right? Whatever you do, just don't do that, all right? You fucking guys, bro.
You gotta feel more.
You guys are just stay trolling on here, man. This dude. Late night Overwatch stream with Angie. Okay, yeah, we can.
By the way, people have been asking and they've been DMing me on the Instagram about the vlogs.
Oh, yes. We'll probably drop them next week. I just want to make the announcement tomorrow that we have.
Yeah, I have like 3 already, like ready, but Myron needs to watch them first before releasing them.
Yeah, because Angie edited them. Did you edit yourself or you had?
No,
your friend
I have my friend.
Your friend edited it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just need to watch it first. It's long. It's like one of them is like 13 minutes.
13.
Yeah. So, hey man, we got y'all, man. We're giving y'all.
It's not long. It's a vlog. So.
Okay. I think that's pretty much it, guys.
You have a few more Rumble runs up top.
Chains of Life says, think about this. No, I read them all.
Yo, Myron, someone OD in the next door apartment to me, saw the body after coming home from work. I got the person who sold them the drugs on camera. I'm glad I have cameras. Kids don't fat as fuck.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, so that's a policeman.
I see why these ratchet assholes wears these weaves. That's from Dogship Poster 69. And enhance your game says, Myron, you have more common sense than most people. When your life is magnified, like Sean, what the F are you doing committing petty crimes? Do they think they're above the law? Is he pregnant? Dogship Poster says, get Sean Kingston's mom on After Hours. She looking like a Griselda Blanco, like a black Griselda Blanco.
Okay.
I think that's it.
Okay. Let's see here. Brad just hit me up to play.
Damn it. We're not gonna help with rank up.
No. Actually, he said later on in like 45 minutes. All right. So I'm gonna talk with Brad, guys. Hopefully he'll actually show up this time. I'm gonna end the stream now, guys. Like the video, man. Subscribe to the channel, and I might stream Overwatch later on. I know Fresh wanted to chat or whatever, so I gotta hit him up, and then maybe I'll be back for Overwatch later on. But don't worry, guys. I love y'all, ninjas. Check me out on Twitter, UnpluggedFitX. Guys, tune in tomorrow. Very important announcement on Fresh and Fit tomorrow. You don't want to miss it. When are you doing Bernie Madoff? That will come up. We'll do Bernie Madoff too. Don't worry. One of the biggest Ponzi scammer ever. Hope you guys enjoyed the show, man. We will be back tomorrow for Fresh and Fit. Love you guys. Peace.
I'm a special agent with Homeland Security Investigations, okay, guys? HSI.
This is what Fed Reacts covers.
Defender Jeffrey Williams and Associate YSL did commit the felony.